even though we have no official confirmation of anything for The Elder Scrolls 6, besides its announcement of course, it is still and will always be one of the most anticipated games of all time, every year it doesn't release. It is most definitely up there with Cyberpunk 2077 and Grand Theft Auto 6. Even though Bethesda is getting more and more hate with Fallout 76, microtransactions and so on, I still have a place in my heart for The Elder Scrolls, and Bethesda knows that, so they better not f*** it up. As some of you probably know, we are still a long way before the game releases, as Todd and his team are working full-time on their open universe RPG game, Starfield. Which is looking super promising from the rumors we have today. Though it has also been confirmed recently that development has slowly started for The Elder Scrolls 6, and today we have our first ever leak for the game, coming from a now deleted Reddit post that gained a lot of traction. As always, take this with a grain of salt. According to the leaker, the project is indeed taking place in the beautiful lands of High Rock and Hammerfell, as a lot of people have guessed, and it will have some of the most interesting lore which will make the quest truly epic. High Rock, a land of grass and forest, is shaping up to be really interesting and will really scratch the itch for a mystic world. A lot of the quests are set to revolve around political intrigue and making advancement in magic. Hammerfell, a land of deep deserts and mountains, is shaping up to be really great too, but the leaker didn't want to emphasize on this too much. The Talmor and the Supremacist Elves are said to be back in force trying to influence Hammerfell and High Rock's people to get them back in power. The leaker also said spells are being significantly revamped and improved to surpass the rather underpowered schools of magic from the last installment, like in Skyrim where you join the school but nothing really changed. Each schools will be much bigger in every way possible, the leaker told. Alteration, for example, is now said to alter reality to pull up giant spikes from the ground, find and disarm traps, slow down enemies, open locks, and even fix some of your armor and weapons. Another example is illusion. Illusion will fool characters to gain their trust and even hypnotize them to perform certain actions. Restoration though is receiving the biggest changes in The Elder Scrolls 6. Using sunlight as a source of power, restoration spells will have offensive uses that can burn, stun, and blind enemies. Finally, for destruction, it will temporarily buff weapons with frost, shock, or fire damage.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Now for the open world of Elder Scrolls 6. The leak is clear on telling the world is purely handcrafted, no procedural maps or things like that. Todd has always been a fan of creating a world by hand. As time goes on, people in this world will run into problems and need help. Sometimes someone's child will get kidnapped, or a thief breaks in and steals a family's present. NPCs won't just devote their lives to acquiring as many things as possible and get themselves killed because they went around trying to steal them. NPCs now have a job, they earn a wage, and they spend that money how they please, be it a crazy night at the tavern, a gift for a friend or a lover, a pet, or a new article of clothing. Some turn to a life of crime depending on their financial situation or their own morality, the leaker said. Every city, dungeons, and such won't have any loading screens as compared to Skyrim. Weapons can be modified to suit your style of play, similar to Fallout 4, such as making a mace heavier or transforming it into a morning star with spikes so that you can inflict bleed damage. Swords can be customized to be longer at the cost of reduced speed, and vice versa. The Vampires, the Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Fighters Guild, and Mages Guild are said to be returning to Elder Scrolls 6. Finally, the leaker points out the game is in very early development as we speak, and will not release before 2024 at the least, and a 2025 release date is very likely, all because Bethesda is fully committed to their biggest upcoming game at the moment, Starfield. an open universe RPG game which looks really interesting if we trust the leaks. According to this same leak, which has the most information yet about both games, Starfield will be fully revealed at this upcoming E3 2020, with a teaser just a little bit before the event. Now let's get into the supposed details. The creators of Starfield, Todd and others, are said to be bursting with excitement from this project. This was Todd's idea, and everyone slowly fell in love with it. There will be plenty of alien species to meet and interact with across the galaxy. There will also be complicated quests that warrant decision making based on the lore that's gathered, and will be much better than the traditional fetch quest, where players have to go from point A to point B while bringing back this particular item. Now on the gameplay side, it is said Starfield will reward players for trying to be unique. The RPG mechanics will make you feel like your build actually matters. Finally, if you do all the story, most of the side quests, properly learn about the main factions and so on, Starfield will take you about 70 to 120 hours to finish, which is huge. I know I would get lost in a game like this, and I cannot wait to see actual gameplay, which is most definitely at E3. As always guys, make sure you all take this with a grain of salt. Nothing is confirmed if Bethesda doesn't say so, but we never know. Make sure to drop a like if you'd like more Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield videos in the future. And of course subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Jigglyboy and I Am Legend for being a master member on the channel. You can become a survivor member for 99 cents only. It'll help me and the channel as a whole. Thanks for watching.